Hi, and welcome to an episode of the Court of Public Opinion. We're going to be discussing human trafficking and slavery, also the issue on pro-life issues. I want to give you a few minutes to look at these videos, um, if you could. If you don't take the time, believe me, it's not required. Um, there are things that we said earlier that was required reading, which I would recommend it. Okay, so reading about the Constitution, about what's going on with the abortion debate. I will tell you right now, there's an illustration of how many baby body parts you can get for so much money. Okay, you're going to see that video. Also, we're going to talk about another thing on the other side of this discussion about what America would have been like if there was no slavery. And we're going to go into black slavery. We're also going to go into human trafficking and the things that are going on the border. And we're going to talk about how did America get involved in this, because it is cheaper to get work. And anytime an employer gets cheap labor, it goes back to the slavery issue. It's going on in America. It still exists. And we're going to get to talking about it a little bit more in length. I would like your comments and questions. If you could email me at moonlightingwgiv@gmail.com. Ever since what happened with George Floyd, it has erupted. And this is probably the most important time to talk about something as horrific as slavery. And we would talk about prison camps. We could go into a lot of other topics. Back in the 1600s, the main source of labor was slavery, and it was from the West Indies, and it came to the Americas. And it had been the crop that everybody wanted. It was sugar and tobacco. And those crops could only be made in warmer climates. So naturally, by the time they came to the Americas, it was North and South Carolina, which was commonly known as the more warmer climate, right? Well, today we're talking about it because we know that the bigger issue is reparations. I think a lot of people have been mentioning that. My family goes back to Jewish lineage, so there was a lot of slavery there too. I think most of us can look back at a lot of our stories and say, where did this start and why is it important to talk about today? Well, of course, because it still exists. I'm going to do a small video contemplation of some images, and you can decide for yourself. On the other side, we're going to get into it a little bit, maybe, over a period of time. We're not going to hit this topic right off the bat because there's still so much to ask about human trafficking. I want to leave you off with some information, though, some facts, that it was found out that Jeffrey Epstein had been blackmailing people, meaning they were keeping their mouths shut by blackmailing these people from stopping human trafficking. And it was young girls that were brought to Lolita Island. So we're talking about all forms of trafficking and slavery. So I'm going to stop here, and then we're going to pick it up at the next segment about what you think America would have looked like. It probably wouldn't have been as industrial, put it that way. Let's start there, give you a hint. Okay, we'll see you guys after this, on the other side of the segment after this video contemplation.